Good evening, folks. I'm back. I'm your host, Jack Remington of Jack Remington NFL channel. Week 1, 4 wins, 0 losses, 1 push. Week 2, 4 wins, 1 loss. Week 3, 5-0 sweeper. Week 4, 1 win, 4 losses. Week 5, the documented record is 3-2, but the initial ticket was 5-0, and I explained that in the video, but we're going to go with the 3-2. Last week, week 6, 4 wins, 1 loss. I got my picks this week. I'm going to put up the stale line from the SUPE contest, the Super Contest, Las Vegas Hilton. And the line comes out Wednesday, 11 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, and the line is stale. It doesn't change. We are filming Saturday. We got the plumbers coming. So I got a few minutes. As soon as I got set up, I knew something was going to happen. I didn't know what it was. The dogs started barking, and my wife said the plumbers are coming. So we got a leak in the kitchen, and got a leak in the house. They'll be here at 2 o'clock. I won't be able to film anymore, even from other channels, so I got to make this quick. Last week on my pregame.com, I made a mistake. I picked the Broncos. I hit the wrong box. I went to the everything else form. Hey, I made a mistake. What do I do? This was early in the week. You can check the dates. Make sure you look at the dates. And the guy says, well, you get your money back. No, I didn't buy a pick. This is for the contest. This is for the bragging rights. Oh, you're the guy. Yeah. He says, just go take the Raiders money line and just, you'll have 2 picks of Raiders and make your video when you say that. And I did all that. And we had the Raiders. I knew they would come back. And I knew the old Oakland Raider theme is the old franchise of Oakland. I knew they went to Los Angeles, went back to Oakland, and then to Las Vegas, but still, I was correct. I knew they'd rally behind Derek Carr. I knew they would rally behind their new interim coach, who's a pretty good guy. He's been in the business for 40-some years, and he knows what to say, what not to say. He knows how to win a locker room. That's very important in today's NFL. And I apologize for bringing any kind of politics in the other video. I did cut some of that out through the YouTube editor. There's no politics, and we're football fanatics. We love the NFL. If I can't get this videos out in time for the game Sunday, I'll take a 0 slate, 0-0-0. I mean, that's it. I mean, that's only fair. I'm only as good as my documentation, as my credibility presents itself. Okay, having said that, these are the 5 teams, and we're going to put the look-ahead line. I didn't do it for the other video because you can, when you get to the level that I'm at, you can look at the look-ahead line. You can see how things got changed from the look-ahead line from early in the season, from May. And I'll put them side by side, and so you can read with me. You can freeze the screen if necessary. So here's the SUPE contest, and then here's the look-ahead line. Here's my 5 picks, and I try to go in order from the top to bottom on the SUPE, S-U-P-E, Super Contest. The first game, I'm going to spend a little time with 3 of the games, but some more time with 2 games in particular. If you need to learn, if you want to learn to be a handicapper, NFL handicapper, you need to try to absorb everything I take in, and some things you may have to go one ear and out the other, but I'm telling you, there's a reason why I do what I do and how I make my picks. Sometimes I make great picks, but it doesn't turn out right. That's part of the game. You're going to lose games. You are going to lose games, okay? But you're going to need to win overall to make this worth your while. I'm going to stand up hard to these people on these sites and everything. The NFL handicapper is the hardest one to handicap, to make any kind of money consistently year after year after year. And I'll debate anybody you bring at me. I'll be able to debate them, and I'll win the debate every time. And they know it. That's why they don't debate me. Let's get to the picks. The first game I want to talk about is the home team Ravens in caps and with a star, -6.5, and are hosting the Cincinnati Bengals, their division rival. Lamar Jackson has beast-slapped this team with the last 4 times he's played them. He's 4-0 against them. I think they've only scored like 13 points in 4 games against the Baltimore defense. But I'm taking the Cincinnati plus 6.5. And I'm going to tell you why. I think the Bengals, it's in their mind, hey, they've been beast-slapping us for years now. They were picked to be, I picked this team to be last in that division. I had Cleveland as the winner, had Baltimore second, Pittsburgh third, and Cincinnati last. Well, they're showing me, hey, you know what? We're going to try to win this division, and this is for first place. If the Bengals can win this game, they're going to be in first place. And this is the only game on this slot here that I can see where it's 2 winning teams. It's either both contestants are both losers, or one of them's 500, whatever, and it's a winner or a loser. I mean, this is the only game where both teams are over 500, the 2 winning teams. So I think that's game of the week. Last week, the game of the week was the Los Angeles Chargers going to go to Baltimore. I arranged my day to watch that game, and Baltimore just shut them down. especially the second half. You got a letdown. I mean, that was the big build-up of the game of the week, and you get the reprieve or a big letdown, or one team blows out the other. That's what happened. Baltimore blows out the Chargers, but brings them back down to earth. Not too many people are talking about this one being the game of the week, but I'm calling this the game of the week. It's the Cincinnati Bengals plus 6.5 that we're taking. They're at the Baltimore Ravens. And when you have two teams, when they go in different directions, okay. And right now, I see Cincinnati trending up, and I see Baltimore's defense is looking like crap. Now, they've improved the last couple of weeks, but you got to look at the competition and the situation. I think Harbaugh had the perfect plan against the Chargers, and it worked. Okay, this is a different Bengals team. I mean, they went to free agency, they've drafted well, and Burrow has come a long way since he had an ACL surgery a couple years ago, wherever it was. I'm looking for a close game. I'm looking for outright Cincinnati upset. I think Cincinnati might win this game. So save this video. Pick number 2. The Kansas City Chiefs are at the Tennessee Titans plus 5.5. Now, we just saw what happened with last week when Buffalo came to Tennessee. We had them on their card last week. I really thought Kansas City was going to win the game, especially late. And when they were going to score, try to go ahead late in the game, they were 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1. We were going to win by half a point with the point spread. We were getting 5.5. It was somehow Kansas City was going to win the game by 5 points if they kicked the extra point and everything. But they stopped them on 4th and 1, so Tennessee wins the game. So, and we like that. I mean, I like the Tennessee Titans. I like Mike Vrabel. I like Derrick Henry. I think he's the toughest, most durable, biggest, baddest running back in modern NFL history. I mean, he's on pace to get like 3,000 yards. I know it's a 17-game season, but so what? He'll break the record. And I think he's going to run through Kansas City. My granddaughter can run through Kansas City's defense. I mean, they're horrible. If I got time permitting, I'm going to put the screenshot of the box score of the championship game, the AFC championship game from 2 years ago when Tennessee went to Kansas City. They went up 10-0. It looked like they were going to get them. But Kansas City, they started stopping Derrick Henry. Only getting 1 yard, 2 yards. They only got like 65 yards for the whole game. And they really shut him down. But once Kansas City got the lead, see, this is the key for Kansas City. Once they get a big lead, they got a 21-10 lead. It takes Derrick Henry out for the second half. Then now they got to pass. And I think Ryan Tannehill's a great quarterback. Or I think he's got a top 3 quarterback. Bill Belichick and I agree. He's the best potential quarterback in the NFL. And that includes his buddy Tom Brady. I think Ryan Tannehill's going to have a great game. He's going to light up Kansas City. He wants to win. I know Kansas City's trying to win too, and they're going to right the ship. But it's not going to be this week. Now, Tennessee just dispatched Buffalo. Buffalo just destroyed Kansas City the week before that. And why Kansas City is favored is because all these people, these Mahomes fans. Okay, he's overvalued. I'm not knocking Mahomes. He's a great quarterback. He's in that top 3 I was just talking about. Okay, but the rest of the team has regressed. They've gotten a couple years older. And I've said this on other videos, and you can make a voodoo doll and stab me with it. But Andy Reid is one of the worst coaches in the NFL. He's always had talent around him, and he muddles through seniority and experience like he did with the Eagles. He can never get him over the hump. And he got lucky with the Chiefs that the 49ers were celebrating 5 minutes too early, and then they throw the ball up in the air, and Tyreek Hill catches it, and then he can't catch them. 49ers had that game won. Everybody knows it. In this box score game, they picked off Mahomes 3 times. That's the only game I can think of where he got picked off 3 times. He got picked off twice in the Super Bowl against the 49ers. But usually Mahomes keeps his turnovers down, but this year he has not. I'm telling you, Kansas City's a Super Bowl loser from last year, like the 49ers were a Super Bowl loser from the year before. They're on a decline. I think Mike Vrabel was a little bit on the hot seat because his defense is not doing what he's supposed to do. And that's bugging him. So he's going to have his team ready to play. He knows how Kansas City could destroy them if they get a big enough lead. Kansas City's a good lead. If they get a big enough lead, Tennessee's not the kind of team that can catch up because they like to run the ball. But if Tennessee gets a big lead and they can start pounding Derrick Henry, I hope you understand what I'm trying to say here. But I'm taking Tennessee, the home dog plus 5.5. I'm sticking with it. I'm telling you, Derrick Henry's going to get. I'll even pick a number for you. He's going to get 155 yards rushing or more. Save this video. The next game, this is the one that I might lose some subscribers. I'm taking the home team, Arizona Cardinals. I got a Cardinal shirt on here. See it in the video here. Arizona Cardinals, unbeaten Cardinals, the only unbeaten team in the NFL. I mean, and they deserve their top ranking. I did not pick them this high. I also want to say that the NFC West is, I personally think, is the most competitive division in the NFL. I mean, you got the Cardinals, you got the Rams. You got 2 great teams just right there. I mean, it's very Seattle got injured with Russell Wilson, and you got the 49ers. If they can get healthy, any one of these teams could win that division if they're all healthy. and we'll talk about the 49ers in a bit. We're taking the Arizona Cardinals as chalk, home chalk. We're going to lay the 18.5 against the Texans. Now, a few weeks ago, I took the Texans and was at 17 points against the Bills. The Bills beat them 45-0. Well, that's what I'm looking for here. I think this Texans team, they're not going to want to put their bodies all out and go all out and make these extra tackles and go an extra foot, extra yard, take the extra step. They're just going to go through the motion. They're going to mail it in. Arizona's not going to mail it in. Arizona wants to be a top-tier team. They will always want a winner, and I'm telling you, they're going to show their stuff. Now, the next game I need to spend a little bit of time on, the home team is the San Francisco 49ers. They're hosting the Indianapolis Colts, and it's the Colts +4, or 49ers -4. We're taking the Colts +4. I know what you're thinking. The weather report, okay, it came in, and we rained here in Santa Barbara and Ventura last night. And right now, it's a sunny day, everything's clear, but the weather is supposed to be really bad tomorrow in the Bay Area, and that helps the Colts. The 49ers, they were 1 win, 7 losses at home last year. They've lost their first 2 home games this year. They were 2-0. They were on the road, and they lost 2 in a row at home. One of the games got wrong a couple of weeks ago. We had the 49ers at home. They lost. Sooner or later, they got to start winning at home. Well, no, they don't. They don't have to win at home. I think the Colts are going to steal a win here. I think the Colts are going to get in there and they're getting to 4 points. The wet rain, the wet natural ground turf, the natural grass, I mean, it's going to hurt the 49ers. The 49ers are the finesse team. Okay, the Colts are a finesse team, but the Colts have some grinders too. And like mud runners for horse racing track, like anybody knows anything about horse racing, when it rains, man, you bet those mud runners, they win like 90% of the races. So we're taking the Colts +4, and I think the 49ers are still in disarray. They're going to lose another home game. We'll see what happens. I mean, there's some rumblings in San Francisco, and deservedly so. Injuries or no injuries is part of the game. The last game we're taking the New Orleans Saints, road team, road chalk, -4.5 at Seattle Seahawks. I had Pittsburgh on the survivor pool. Oh my God! And they were 14-0. Next thing you know, they're losing. And what happened? How did this happen? And Geno Smith? Are you serious? Geno Smith? Well, he played good until the last minute of the game, but all it takes is one mistake. And I knew Pittsburgh was good enough, and they're under some fire too. And they got the gift from heaven that Russell Wilson was out. Russell Wilson playing that game. I'm betting Seattle. I think Seattle destroys them. Okay, but he's out for another month or whatever it is. So they got Geno Smith, and he's okay. But I think the Saints watched that game. They were off. They had to bye last week. And I think the Saints saw how Geno Smith got them back in the game in the second half. They're down 14-0 in the first half. They come back second half. Look like they switched uniforms. I mean, there are a lot of games in the NFL are like that. They make the adjustments. I think the Saints are going to get them, and I'm going to lay the 4.5 chalk. I know Seattle's a tough place to play, and Seattle needs to win to keep pace. With Russell Wilson out, it's going to be a race to the bottom between them and the 49ers. You don't have to worry about the Rams and the Cardinals. I mean, they're on their way. So these are the 5 picks. I'll go really quick. Cincinnati +6.5. Tennessee +5.5. Arizona Cardinals -18.5. Colts +4. Saints -4.5. Oh, and I got my survivor pool picks. I'll put that up there too. I'm still alive. We've lost a few people, but we haven't had the real big upset like week 3 a couple years ago. We had 108 people in the pool, and 88 of them had Pittsburgh over Jacksonville. And Jacksonville beat them 44-30. What in hell it was? We haven't had a real shocking upset. Although you could say the Giants going to New Orleans and beating them down there. That's kind of close, and we lost a couple people that way. But we haven't had the real shocker where the majority of the pool goes down off of one big favorite. But I got the Packers on the one pool, and I'm taking the Arizona Cardinals on the other one. So I'm going to use my Cardinals now. They're hosting the Texans. So we are, for the contest so far, 21 wins, 8 losses, and 1 push. That's pretty darn good. Record before that Thursday night fiasco where I switched 3 games and lost 2 out of 3. We would be 23, 6-1. We'd be in first place with the SUPE contest. First place by a significant margin. 3 or 4 games. We were almost a whole week over everybody else. So that's saying something. So we got to keep it up and always stay within your means. Always great day to be an American. We're NFL fans. We're football fans. We like all the players. We're inclusionary when it comes to football. We like all the fans. Enjoy the game. Life is meant to be enjoyed. Life is a struggle. Life is what you make it. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned. Please subscribe, share, tell your friends about me. And join us on pregame.com. Feel free to leave some comments. Thank you. Have a great day. Thank you.